Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to checkmate with two bishops. It's quite simple, but sometimes when we're short on time, the last step in the process can be a little tricky, and it's always useful to revise. So without further ado, there are three steps. The first is to centralize our pieces. So we want the king near the center, the two bishops as well. So let's aim to get the two bishops here. I just created a random position. I set up a random position and now I'm playing against Stockfish, so don't know what it's doing really, going towards the edge. I don't know. But anyway, okay, so three steps. The first, to centralize. The second, to push the king to the edge of the board. Any edge, obviously. But it's always useful to practice these in one direction just to get the pattern fixed in our memories. So step 2, get the king to the edge, and step 3, to a corner. So yeah, we've completed step 1. Now it's a matter of using the king up. So the two bishops create a barrier, automatically. So they're automatically enclosing the king, the enemy king, in these squares. It's literally only got these squares to maneuver. So to push the king further this way, we just need to use our king to then shepherd the two bishops closer to the edge, which would in turn make the triangle shape smaller and smaller. So that's what we do. Move the king up. Okay. Now we want to move the bishops up one row. So we start, okay, so here we don't want to move them yet because that would allow king here, which wouldn't hurt us. We still would have the triangles, but just in a different direction. But to keep things simple, we wait with the king, which forces the king only has two options. And then once here, now we can move this bishop this way. Notice that we keep this bishop this line cut, and we make the triangle smaller, creating a new barrier, right? Okay, now we finish maneuvering the two bishops, so now they're even closer to the edge, which means that the king would have only has six squares available. Now we do the same thing. We wait with the king, forcing the enemy king to one of these squares. Okay, now it's very important, this is one of the tricky bits, not to play king d6 here, because that would be stalemate and we would draw. Because black would have no squares available but wouldn't be in check. So it's very important to not allow stalemate. Instead, we basically want our bishops here and here now, or here and here. But it's hard to get this dark squared bishop here without stalemating, so instead we just move here, keeping the king cut. Okay, so now we've got the bishops as close as possible to the edge, which means the king is stuck between these two squares. And now, so that's step 2 finished. Now we just need to bring the king to the corner. The bishops are slightly closer to this corner, so we want our king next to the corner. So that's part of step 3, pushing the king to the corner. We want our king near the corner or next to the corner where we're going to deliver checkmate. The king can only alternate between those two squares. Okay, now we need to push the king this way. So we need to control this square. We can't do it this way with the bishop because the king would escape. So instead we wait along this diagonal, anywhere along the diagonal, forcing the king back. And then we go here to cut the king. So now it's only got these two squares. We do the same with this bishop. Now it's only got these two squares. And again, very important, not to stalemate. Bishop e6 would be stalemate because the king would have no legal moves. So instead, we need to wait with the light squared bishop so that when we play bishop to this diagonal, it comes with check. So we simply wait. The king is still cut in with this bishop and this king, with our bishop and king. Okay, now we can give the check, forcing king to the corner, and checkmate. So hopefully that was clear. It's probably not the quickest way to checkmate, but I mean, it's impossible to go wrong with this method. So just to reiterate, step 1, centralize. Step 2, maybe this bit is a bit tricky to know to wait with the king, improve the king, to then move the bishops up, either here or here, here or here. And to see that we need to maintain this, we need to maintain the barrier. So it's important to go like this. Because this would allow king here. So, okay. And then now we bring our king to the corner, wait, and checkmate. Okay, hope that was simple. Let me know in the comments if there are any other positions you want to practice like this or want to revise, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.